Okay, boys and girls, we have 1 hour to hunt this steep lawn behind me. Rode my four-wheeler over. We're gonna check it out, see what we can find. Come on along, you're invited. Let's see if we can get some history to hold in our hand. On to the first hole. All right, got our first hole. And we've got whatever it is right here. So let's see. And there it is. I do not recognize this. It almost looks like a fishing pole ferrule. It's brass. And it's hollow. And it's funneled at one end. But I don't know what it is. If you've got any idea, let me know. Because your guess is as good as mine. Wow, it's not even uniform. Huh. Well, it was a nice, certainly is a nice, it was a nice signal. So I hope we find a ton of those. Wondering if we'll find a crotal bell here on this steep bank. So we'll find out. On to the next, people. Here we go. The chase is on. In 1863, there were only 2 houses on this road. This was one of them. And I hope to get permission to hunt the other one, which is right up the road. So I'm just gonna iron. I'm just gonna keep working along here. On to the next. Not exactly an 1860s find, but it was a kicking good signal. This signal was confusing. Get it? Fusing. It's because oh, never mind. That goes on the junk side. On to the next. I did not do anything. I just got the signal, dug the plug, and this is what popped out. Would you believe it? Oh, that is fantastic. That's fantastic. That is, I've heard people call them Conestoga bells, but they were actually attached to wagons. I think I'm gonna have to do some research, but that looks like it was right here between the barn, which was over there, had dairy cows in it, it appears, and the house, which is right behind me. But how cool is this? I found a portion of one of these. Oh, it's still got the dinger. There's the dinger, but it's rusted away over the years. But how old do you think that is? Mid 1800s, late 1800s? That is beautiful. Ah, I just love this. Digging up this history to get right in our hands. Love it. I wish I I wish I had dug a nail. You can see a little bit of the brass right there. But there's a delicate little line along the bottom. Ah, just beautiful. Okay, I was hoping we'd find a crotal bell, but this is even better. This is the first one I've found of these that is intact. I have found only bits and pieces in the past. Ah, what a great day. I'm glad you were here with me. Let's see. Yeah, that's the dinger. It sticks to the magnet. All right, on to the next. Tiny little bullet shell. On to the next. Gee, I wonder what this could be. Would you look at that? I almost didn't dig that signal because there were iron tones in it. This does not look super old, but it is definitely a pocket watch, and a pocket watch is always a cool thing to find. They were from a day gone by. None of this. I think we're a little past telling what time it is, and it looks as though the winder is off. But that's cool, boy. That is worn. It's actually cracked a little bit. That was in a pocket for quite a few hours to get that thin. Wow, love it. All right, so there was another signal here close by. I wonder if it's the winder. It's probably worth looking for. It's right next door, so we should dig it. I'll be back in a second. All right, it is the rusty hinge. There's always a rusty hinge. So that would explain our iron tones. All right, on to the next. I suspect I have fallen victim to big iron, but it's in a likely spot down here at the bottom of the hill, kind of close to the house. So I'm curious. All right. Now that I have found the big iron, I have no idea what it is. I almost was going to say like a wagon step or a buggy step, but it doesn't look quite right. If you have a guess, please let me know. Boy. All right. Mystery item. Screamer. Absolute screamer right down here. So, I don't know. I suspect big iron. That looks like iron right there. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, do you have any guesses? For the life of me, I can't figure out what that would be. Wow. I'm going to put that with the collection. I have found a lot of these, being that logging was big business in this area. Plus, life on the farm required the skilled use of axes. That is big iron. That I'm putting on the four-wheeler, because I don't want to carry it with me. Okay, boys and girls, on to the next. Shotgun shell. Just the brass. That's got some age to it. Wow. Yep. Oh well. On to the next. Nice clean signal. And that's why lead always gives a good signal. And this is an absolutely flattened out old lead bullet, which I would say might be 32 caliber possibly, but it hit something hard right there. Yep, that would be it. Alrighty, on to the next. '93, '94. So that could have been a large cent, but in this case, it's a glob of copper wire. I'm still glad I got on my knees and dug it. We could find a largie here. This house was definitely here in those days. Look at that. Only one bar of battery left on the simplex. When I said we were going to hunt for an hour, I didn't know that I had one bar. Of course, that's probably good for a couple hours. These things are amazing. All right, on to the next. So the other night I went out and I found a crotal bell, found two old broken axe heads. I found a Liberty large cent with a hole in the middle of it, and some other really cool things. But if you don't subscribe, you're gonna miss it. That's all I'm saying. That has Indian head penny possibility, and I definitely have a love affair with Indian head pennies, so I'm gonna dig it. Just because it says 68.69, that does not mean Indian head penny. So I live with a lot of disappointment. You know what else it could be? It could be a fired bullet. Normally, I don't like long grass, but there is an advantage. You can see where I have gone up and back and up and back and up and back. So it's kind of nice to be able to see exactly where you've been. Got a screamer of a signal here, and got something. Part of an old lock. Oh, that's cool. I love finding these. I'll have to do a little bit of research, but these brass locks were that'd be probably late 1800s. But that's neat. I'll have to look that up. It may actually stand for Yale. I'm not sure when Yale. Do those look like two Y's? That would be where the key went in, and then the lock would pivot back and forth right there. Yep, that is nifty. All right, in the distance I hear the church chimes, and that means it's 6 o'clock, so I went a little bit over an hour, but I think this is going to be the last. I think this will be the last hole. All right, well, it's been a it's been a hyper fast hunt, but we did find some cool stuff. When I get home, I will lay it out and we'll take a look at what we found. As far as big iron goes, we found a couple of huge things, but this double-headed axe, which is kind of cool, got faked out by our copper wire. Here's fired bullets, bullet shells, and shotgun shells. The cool little Conestoga wagon bell, which would ding along as they rode. There's a 1960 something dime, and our lock plate. Looks like we got the front, and then we did get our mystery item, so if you know what this is, please let me know. I do not know. And we found what appears to be a silver coated pocket watch, silver plated, so otherwise it wouldn't have come out that shiny. So all right, this is Steve checking out with a reminder that if you're not looking for it, you are not going to find it. And we will see you next time right here on History in the Hand. If you haven't subscribed, you should. See you next time.